Ubisoft. What are we doing here? Like, generally, what is happening to you guys? Now, for those of you who's not involved in like the gaming scene and stuff like that, Ubisoft look like a complete mess. In the past couple of weeks, they've cancelled Prince of Persia, they've killed off the Watch Dogs series, they've delayed half their games, they've quietly buried Splinter Cell in the corner. Now, I know what you're saying, but calm down, because Rayman is back with a remake of a game that came out in 2013. So we're going to be talking about what happened to Ubisoft over these past couple of weeks. Like, what's all the news coming out. I'm going to be covering them, giving my opinions, and seeing if they can be fixed. Spoiler alert, probably not. First, let's start with the big one. The Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake. It's cancelled. You're never going to play it again. A game that people probably wanted, a game that people are probably asking for over the years, and Ubisoft just went, we tried. And the Prince of Persia team wanted to write an apology, basically saying, yeah, we have to stop production of the game. So reading off the apology, they basically said, while the project had real potential, we weren't able to reach the level of quality you deserve, and continuing it would have required more time and investment than we could have possibly committed. And we didn't want to release something that fell short of what the Sands of Time represents. Look, right, so the general gist I get from this is that there was a bit of development hell. And when you look at the trailer that came out for this remake, guys, can you believe this game was announced in 2020? Obviously it's an alpha build, it's not fully finished, but it looks really, like, it doesn't look good. And I feel like a Sands of Time remake shouldn't really be that hard to do, right? Like, it is a classic game. Maybe I've seen something on social media about being like an inexperienced team or quite a small team, so maybe that plays a part. And when you look at the gameplay trailer, maybe that plays a part. I don't know, but it's not coming out anymore, so we won't even know. We're not gonna know. And apparently it's so crazy with the Sands of Time remake getting cancelled is that the voice actors, or certain voice actors, didn't even know the game got cancelled until they looked on social media. So Ubisoft are out here cancelling games and they're just forgetting to inform anybody. They're just like, we just forgot. We just forgot. That's what's coming. But we'll forget that for now. There's been a petition for the Sands of remake game to be continued. It has reached nearly 3,000 signatures from the time of this post. All I can say to that is good luck, because I don't think it's gonna happen. Now for another just classic franchise, Watch Dogs. Do you remember Watch Dogs? You know, that game franchise that Ubisoft was trying to push? Strange times. But according to certain reports, it's dead. Like, it's gone. You're never gonna play a new game again. That's it, it's over. Not on hiatus, not on taking a break, not on we're gonna see what we can do, not on we're gonna take a step back and look back at the series. Nope. Watch Dogs is a very interesting franchise. Like, this was kind of like, it was in that kind of GTA kind of clone. It wasn't a full GTA clone because there was so much more you could do with it. Like, you could hack, like you could play the whole game and not really have to commit any crimes because you could just hack your way through, which is committing crimes, but you know what I mean. Now, I never really played Watch Dogs 1, but I did play Watch Dogs 2. Well, not like the full game, but there was a demo on PlayStation Store where like you could play the first 3 hours, and then if you turn off your internet, then you can carry on playing, and I did that, and it was really fun. Like, Watch Dogs 2 was a really fun game. Like, I just loved the customization, I loved all the hacking abilities, like everything about that game was just kind of fun. I don't know what Watch Dogs Legions is though. Don't even try to come up with that. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that exists. I don't know what it is, but yeah, leave it over there. But yeah, Ubisoft looked at those and said, you know what? That's enough hacking for today. No more hacking. And you know what's crazy? In like 2026, when you have like TikTok, you know, Instagram Reels, stuff like that, data breaches come left and right, GTA data breaches, GTA hacks, GTA leaks, I mean, or should I say? But like, when you have all of that, I feel like Watch Dogs is kind of like, yo, this is the perfect time to capitalize. Just like talking about it, or at least making the game kind of mocking the whole situation. I know that's what GTA would have done 20 years ago, but yeah, no more Watch Dogs. Ubisoft had enough of that. They said it's hacking so 2016. I mean, everything's 2016 nowadays, apparently. But it gets worse than Prince of Persia getting cancelled, worse than Watch Dogs just dying. The number of cancelled games Ubisoft have just been flying out like hotcakes is wild. They cancelled an Assassin's Creed post-Civil War game, or Project Scarlet, whatever it's called. They cancelled Splinter Cell, Star Wars Outlet. The game had barely gotten off the ground. Ubisoft, what's going on? But guys, don't worry, because Rayman the Save is here. He's here to save the day. Now, if you know me, you know I love Rayman. Evidently should have been a special as well. But I love Rayman Origins. I love that game so much. It's so fun. I love Rayman 3. I remember playing a bit of Rayman 2. I've played it on like the 3DS and the DS and maybe the PS3. I don't know. It came out everywhere. How would I know? But yes, Rayman is coming back with a remake. Guys, what are you doing? Don't you want Rayman? You don't want Rayman? Now this one's just a leak, it's not been confirmed, but I saw a tweet that says, bombshell, everything clarified. 3D remake of Legends. Commemorative re-release coming soon. So from what I understand, they're going to be making a 3D remake of Legends and then I guess what, the remasters of Rayman's 2 and 3. Because, I mean, those games are like, what, 20 years old now? Now, a 3D remake of Rayman Legends is silly for a lot of reasons. I think Rayman Legends is an art style that's kind of like you can't really, it's never gonna be outdated. It's always gonna be in date, beautiful, it looks nice, the art style's clean. If anything, they can make a remake of Rayman Origins with the Rayman Legends art style, but who am I? I'm just who am I? Alright, I did see a while ago that they was making a 3D game of Rayman. I hope it's not this, because I'll be disappointed. Like, I know this is a game, but I was always confused. Why are you making a remake of Moana? The movie came out in 2016 and you're remaking it. Like, it didn't make sense, and it's kind of what it feels like for this. But who am I? I'll let professionals do their jobs. So the real question is, what's going on at Ubisoft? Chaos. Just pure chaos. Now I can just end this video talking about how Ubisoft are just comically insensitive or comically just out of touch. They don't really know what their fans want. And so I saw this tweet, and now it kind of puts things into perspective. Now, just to keep a long story short, Ubisoft are just making bad games because they want to. They're having a full-blown corporate identity crisis. This tweet talks about some of the games that I mentioned before being cancelled. Some of the delays. I'm looking over here, it says 7 games have been delayed for better quality, which one of them like is the Black Flag remake. Then it also talks about different facets of Ubisoft. So Ubisoft Halifax being closed, Ubisoft Stockholm being closed, as well as Ubisoft operating under 5 houses for different IPs. And as you can see here, one of them oversees Rainbow Six, Assassin's Creed and Far Cry. Another one is looking at more competitive shooter experiences like The Division or Ghost Recon, Splinter Cells. Another one here is looking at like more live games or live experiences as they call it, like The Crew, Riders Republic, Brawlhalla, Skull and Bones. You have another creative house which looks at fantasy worlds, narrative-driven universes like Anno, Might and Magic, Rayman, Prince of Persia, and Beyond Good and Evil. Which, now that I think about it, I still have not heard a lot from Beyond Good and Evil 2. Like, where is that game? I've just realized that game is purgatory. Getting back on topic though, the 5th creative house looks at more casual experiences like Just Dance, Uno, and Hasbro type games. Now, something interesting I did notice is that Creative House 4 is managing games like Prince of Persia, Rayman, Beyond Good and Evil. Out of the 3 games just listed, one's been cancelled and one's in no man's land. So you mean to tell me that Prince of Persia is important enough to have its own creative house, but when it comes to releasing a game, crickets. Might be the most Ubisoft thing ever. And I think for me, one thing I've noticed that there's a very clear identity problem. When you look at the core structure, a lot of what Ubisoft is about is kind of just about like chasing trends. And then when those things don't work, they're gonna panic, restructure, and then repeat the cycle. And through all of that cycle, only one thing is gonna live. Assassin's Creed. It just feels like Assassin's Creed is like a life support for Ubisoft. Like whenever something doesn't work, oh, just go get to Assassin's Creed. Like I'm sitting down, I'm looking at the games that produced this decade. A lot of Assassin's Creeds, Just Dance, which is not even producing on the Wii anymore. Some Rabbids games, some Monopoly. You know, they got some for other series like Far Cry. They got the Watch Dogs Legions that doesn't exist. Trackmania, Brawlhalla. Like they're releasing games, but it's kind of like whatever, I guess. Like it's just whatever. Like I think for Ubisoft, they probably need to like take a step back and like kind of look at the bigger picture of what they are, like what they want to be. Because from what it looks like now, if you're an outsider looking in, well, you could probably say what they play. Assassins, they have Assassin's Creed, maybe Far Cry, and then that's kind of it. Like they kind of have to, I don't know, take a step back, consider like what's the best possible route for our company, and how can we market for the, I'm talking a lot of waffle, bro. I don't know what they can do. They look finished, from my opinion. But yeah, rip to Watch Dogs, rip to Sands of Time remake. My prayers go to you guys. Hope you guys can make it out of development hell. I'm kind of intrigued to see what this Rayman thing is going to be about. And, you know, it's the 30th anniversary as well, so who knows? Maybe it might be good. And to Assassin's Creed, yeah, just keep carrying, Abura, because if you disappear, GG's for Ubisoft. But yeah, leave a like and subscribe and comment down your thoughts. I kind of just waffled a bit for this video, but I mean, if you know me by now, you know I'm just going to talking about nonsense. I just saw this news and I was like, okay, we've got some stuff to talk about. Join me next week when I talk about, I don't know, Lara Croft. Till then.